Well, hello, everyone. Welcome back to a brand new season of Horny Creek. My name is Mark. With me, as always, is my fiancée, Carol. How you doing today, Carol?
Hey, what's up?
How much? It's been a good week here. It is October 8th, 1998.
It is fall. I love it. I love the leaves changing. It's beautiful.
It's my birthday month.
Yes, it is.
Do you know what the longest month of the year is?
No.
October.
But isn't December equally as long?
Well, I mean, October has 31 days, which equals it as the longest month of the year with December and, the other one's January and the other ones that have 31 days. But daylight savings time is in October. So it also has 1 extra hour.
I see. Do you remember
Yes.
not that long ago when you were giving me a hard time? I mean, it was a few months ago, but you were giving me a hard time about how long the months were.
This is okay. So wait 1 second. This is every conversation with Carol, by the way, with no context whatsoever. She'll just start out saying something.
There's context because it relates to what we're talking about exactly. I'm saying, hey, you just pointed out this is the longest month. You remember when you gave me shit because I didn't know what the shortest month was? Because I said something like February wasn't the only month that only had 28 days. And you were like, no, all the months have like 30 days or something or whatever, but that's not true. They're just all longer than February.
When I said that's the point you're trying to make? You fucked up the most basic thing in the world, something that kindergartners know months ago, and you decided to hold on to that and bring it out now.
Your meanness about it is what I held on to.
What I said was every month besides February has at least 30 days. 30 or 31 days.
We got caught up before because I thought
30 days hath September, April, June, November. All the rest have 31 except for February.
And you learned this in kindergarten?
I don't know when I learned it, but
anyway, the longest month of the year.
Yeah, this is going to be the longest episode we ever did.
Exactly. So, Dawson's Creek.
Dawson. The kiss.
We
had to wait months for them to be in the exact same place and only a day has passed.
Right, it's so weird. Like, most, new seasons of a show, the summer has happened.
Exactly.
You know, it's like they don't start up right where they left off.
First episode of a new season of Friends, it's like, oh, all the stuff we did over the summer.
Right. But nope. They're still making out in Dawson's bedroom when this episode starts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
suddenly you were a character from The Land Before Time for a second.
What?
Nope.
You're such a weirdo.
Okay.
But yeah, it was so fun watching this with you because he was just freaking out. I didn't even have a chance to get worried or upset because I was so busy laughing at him because he's like, he's gonna fuck it up. He's gonna shut up, Dawson. Shut up.
I'm emotionally invested now. Okay?
Don't ruin it by talking. Just do it. He's encouraging these two 15-year-olds to go have sex. Just do it.
They don't look like they're 15.
But they are.
But they're not also. The characters are. But.
Correct. Oh my god, what, you want to watch a porn with Katie Holmes and James Van Der Beek?
Wouldn't be the worst porn in the world.
Oh, that's
Katie
weird.
Holmes is very attractive.
She is a very pretty girl. She is. And James Van Der Beek's nice looking.
He's fine.
He's not, the best looking dude, but he's fine.
He's better looking than Ron Jeremy.
Who's that?
Famous porn star.
Oh. Well, I don't think that the face of porn stars usually matters, especially the dudes.
Well, yeah. I mean, you've never seen Ron Jeremy?
If I have, I didn't know it.
He looks like a garbage man.
Ew.
Like, not a good looking one either. But he's got a huge penis. So.
See, that's all that matters for the dudes in the porn industry. Yeah. The size of the penis.
That's, and that's prejudiced, I think.
Okay.
Well, how come all of a sudden it's like it's got to be? Why does the size of the penis matter for a porn? Why do big penises need to matter?
I think a lot of things matter, like not just even the size, but like how long they can keep it up.
Exactly.
And, because I don't know.
Stamina, I think, is more important. And what about acting abilities?
What about acting abilities?
Also, how come everyone's a porn star? What? Where are the porn character actors?
The pizza delivery dude? That's Joey Tribbiani.
Right. Or Steve Sanders.
Right. That is a common storyline in porn.
Yep. Everyone loves pizza.
Anyways, Dawson and Joey are making out.
Yes, they are.
And then all of a sudden they start fucking talking about it.
Yeah, and Dawson's like, so what's now? What next?
Yeah.
Let's fucking examine this instantly.
He's like, are you regretting this? Do you wish that we hadn't done it? And she's like, is that how you feel? Like, they're both just, like, so insecure.
Yeah.
That they're placing their insecurities on the other one and about ready to jump ship immediately.
Yeah, I hated it.
It was very upsetting.
I believe what I said after the first scene was over, that was an entire episode in and of itself.
Right.
The fucking roller coaster ride. Because they're making out, and they actually, I don't know if they went to chemistry class together over the fucking summer, but they have a lot better chemistry now.
Yeah, agreed.
Than they did the previous season. But, yeah, so they start out, they're making out, and you're all happy and everything, and Joey's
You're
actually
all happy, huh?
Well, no, they are. But no, as an audience member, you are. You're rooting for them.
Yeah.
But Joey's actually smiling for once,
right?
Like instead of permanent scowl.
It was nice to see her happy.
And then they stop and they start talking, and these two are fucking intellectual goons, and they're just tearing things apart and trying to examine them and everything. And it gets to the point where she's like, well, I guess I'm fucking leaving or whatever. And she goes to leave. And Dawson grabs her and he's like, don't you think about going out that ladder.
All of a sudden, out that window, yeah.
All of a sudden, Pacey gets a hold of him or something. Like he enters him like in the movie, Ghost.
Oh my.
Not that way. Like in Ghost. Or he possesses him, you know?
Yeah, it was very un-Dawson-like, but it was definitely the right move.
Didn't that also happen in Ghost Dad?
What, Possession?
Yeah, the movie Ghost Dad.
I don't know.
With Bill Cosby.
I've never seen that movie.
You don't remember? Oh my God, you've never seen Ghost Dad?
No.
All right.
No, because it sounds stupid.
Well, I guess I know what we're watching.
No. I've avoided it this long.
What about Leonard Part 6?
What the fuck is that?
It's another movie with Bill Cosby.
I watched The Cosby Show, not his movies or his stand-up.
What about I Spy?
No.
Okay. Leonard Part 6 is good even if you haven't seen Leonard's Part 1 through 5.
Okay. Good to know. So, in school the next day,
sure.
Dawson and Joey are talking at her locker.
Yeah.
And it looks like they're going to kiss again, but they don't.
Well, also, she's given up France.
Yeah, she talked to the academic advisor or whatever and told him she didn't want to go.
In the weirdest conversation ever that I don't think we were fully supposed to hear, but the sound guy did his job a little too well. Because she was all like, she said something like, what did she say? She was like, yeah, I'm sorry, I just can't, but, and then he goes, goodbye.
Yeah.
And fucking walks away.
It was funny.
Just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, so, and then she's like doubting herself, like, should I really give up France? Like, she's like, Joey Potter's staying in Cape Side for some boy. What do you think about that? And he's like, I'm happy about it. Like,
I hated that, though.
What?
I hate, like, they can speak in an erudite fashion or whatever if they want to. I hate when they get so meta and referential and self-referential and stuff like that, where they start narrating their lives in the third person. It's the most pretentious thing ever. Joey Potter's staying in, it's like you might as well just look right at the fucking camera at this point. Pull up a leather chair, sit in front of a fireplace,
right?
Smoke a pipe, and be like, Joey Potter's staying in Cape Side. What do you think, viewer? I mean, it's like a kid's TV show at that point.
Yeah.
It's like they're looking right at the camera. Oh, do you see the robber? He's right behind you.
I didn't love Dawson's attitude about the whole thing.
I did. I thought Dawson's attitude was refreshing.
That he's being selfish as per usual?
Oh, no. What are you talking about?
Well, no, he's like, I'm so happy that you're not going to France. I'd miss you, blah, blah, blah. Like, she had an opportunity of a lifetime, and
right.
he's like, oh, I'm so happy you gave that up to be with me, with no hesitation. Like,
it's realistic.
I guess.
That's how a 15-year-old boy would react.
I guess. I think it's shit. I think she should have gone to France. I mean,
for an entire year?
Well, it's a school year. That's not a whole year. It's 9 months.
Yeah, it's enough time to get pregnant by a French dude. And have a little sacre bleu.
That is true. I don't know. I mean, granted, if she did go, Jen would definitely have gotten him. Whether he wanted to be got or not, she would get him.
Yeah, all of us talk about her character. All of a sudden, she's a fucking... She's Jason Voorhees.
She's like...
She can't be killed.
She's like frying bunnies in the other room. Like, she is scary in this episode.
Boiling, but yeah.
Whatever.
She was...
What?
I'm just sauteing this bunny here. Pay no attention to me.
Goodness. No, while they're talking, she walks up. She's like, "Oh, hey, how are you guys?" And like,
they're like, "We're good." She's like, "My grandpa died."
Yeah.
Don't you want to fuck me, Dawson?
It's weird. Like, what is
fuck the pain out of me, Dawson?
What is going on with her character? Like, I mean, I know she's grieving, but she's so like overt about like, I'm grieving and feel sorry for me, and totally ready to take advantage of that.
Yeah, I know. We get a slightly different opening, by the way.
Yeah.
I mean, we still get the, I don't want to wait. But we get a little bit different stuff. And in the opening, spoilers, her hair's short.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not short yet.
In this episode, it's not. I don't know if they filmed this simultaneously when they were filming the last episode of the last season or first season.
Oh, maybe. That would make sense.
If you noticed, her hair's like up. Mm-hmm. Is it up the whole episode or just that first scene? Because that's the only time I really noticed her hair.
I think it was up the whole episode.
I'm wondering if her hair's short and that's like a piece.
Maybe.
To make it look like she still got the hair. And then they're going to be like, oh, dramatic, she cut it off.
Maybe. But it's coming. Either way, we know that.
Right.
Yeah.
They also gave us a spoiler for 90210. In case you don't know, we do another show about 90210, but we're about a year and a half at this point behind in 90210, and they gave us a fucking spoiler in their show.
Yeah, they did. They said, "Did you hear that?" Or no, I heard that Luke Perry came back.
Is coming back to 90210.
Yeah.
So apparently we have that to look forward to.
What the fuck? You know? Like, keep some shit to yourself. Assume that people are behind.
I guess.
Although I'm excited because, like, I like Luke Perry. I like Dylan's character.
Yeah.
So, something to look forward to.
Mm-hmm.
We got to get caught up first, though.
Yes, we do. We could also continue talking about this episode of Dawson's Creek.
Hey, you're the one who derailed it, sir.
So Jen comes up, and yeah, I don't like what's going on with her character at all.
It's not like her. Like they're totally turning her character around. They're like using her like Valerie.
Turn around, everyone turns into Valerie sooner or later.
But I mean, like, to start out, she was pretty selfless, actually.
Yes.
And now she's all about Jen all the time.
But she's grieving, though, I guess. It's like her grandpa just died, just because it was 3 months ago for us, you know?
Yeah, it was just yesterday for her.
Yeah.
So she goes home, and Dawson almost goes after her at that point, because she looks upset.
No, he does.
Oh, no, you're right. Joey says go after her.
Joey says you should go after her.
Which I said, that's a mistake.
We were both talking at the screen in this episode.
She should...
Dawson, don't do that!
She should have gone with him. They're all friends. There's no reason for her to be like, you should go talk to her.
Right.
No, you both go, because you're a couple now.
Yeah. His tongue's been in her mouth. Maybe you should go together.
Right. It's very weird. But yeah, he goes to talk to her and comfort her and shit. Him and Joey decide they're going to have a date.
Yes. What I meant about Dawson's attitude, by the way, is that what's her name? Joey keeps saying like, "Oh, this is going to be so complicated. Our friendship was so complicated, and this is going to be infinitely more complicated." And Dawson's like, "It's going to be fine.
Yeah,
it might get complicated day to day. We might have some stuff that comes up. It's gonna be fine. We're gonna be okay."
right. Yeah, he's like, we're still us.
So I like that.
Yeah. Yeah, his attitude has changed entirely in a good way.
Yeah, he's mostly not a dickhead in this episode.
Yeah, he didn't do too much to piss me off.
Yeah.
Not nothing, but not too much.
Well, I mean, he's a teenage boy, so.
It was funny, too, though. Like, he started out the morning asking Pacey to go with him to the barber to get a shave.
Yes.
Like, that's not really a 15-year-old guy thing to do either.
Seriously, that's 40-year-olds writing this show and thinking about, I guess, 50-year-olds in the 1940s.
Right?
Let's go get a shave and a haircut.
So weird. But that's what they do, so he can talk to him about the kiss with Joey.
Yes.
And then...
There's another self-referential moment there, too, where he's like, I thought we were going to string out this will they, won't they thing. And Sam and Diane were 4 years. You know,
right.
Like, I love that they don't go Ross and Rachel, too. They go classic Sam and Diane.
Well, I mean, like you said, it is 40-year-olds writing the show.
Yeah,
so.
that's true.
Oh, no.
I don't know how old Kevin Williamson is, but we're going to talk about Pacey's fashion statement.
Yeah. So he's like, oh, if you could do this, if you can make it work with Joey, then I can obviously get, any girl I want, and I'm going to try something different. Mm-hmm. And he gets his fucking tips frosted.
Frosted tips!
It's awful.
Frosted mini wheats for everyone.
I don't like it at all.
I think it's the best. I think it's the best thing in the world. He's got the glasses on, the Ray-Ban-y glasses, the frosted tips. He's looking gorgeous. Like a Greek douchebag god.
I guess it's different when a guy gets his tips frosted than when a girl gets her whole head frosted.
No, it looks awful.
Because my mom used to get frost kits.
Oh, God.
She hasn't done it in a while, but
it's
like a hairnet with little holes in it, and
Sure.
it comes with a thing that looks almost like a crochet hook. And you stick it in the little holes to pull out little pieces of hair, and then you dye just those little pieces. Well, you bleach just those little pieces of hair. And that's frosting.
I'm going to do it.
No.
I'm going to get my tips frosted.
No. But it looked like they did all of his tips. Like the whole bottom part of his hair. It was not good at all.
Oh my God, awful.
He's like a really handsome dude, and then he goes and does something stupid like that, and it's ridiculous.
I'm pretty sure the actor did that in real life, though.
Oh God.
I think that's just his look now.
I hope not. But no, he was getting stuff to fix it at the end of the episode, so I think next week he'll be back.
We'll see. He'll be back.
He didn't have frosted tips in the intro.
That's true. He didn't.
So he takes his frosted tips out for a ride.
That means this fucking dude did this just for this episode.
Yeah.
Wow.
Why not? Hey, some dudes gain and lose like 20, 30, 40 pounds for rolls. He can frost his tips for an episode.
Yeah, I'd gain 20 pounds if I ate rolls too.
Right? Wait, did you just say if you ate rolls or 4 rolls?
Yes, I ate rolls.
What is wrong with you, you weirdo? I love you, though.
Wow.
What?
Did the writers of this episode write your dialogue? That was a roller coaster, too.
Maybe. So, Pacey takes his frosted tips out for a ride.
Yeah, he does.
In the police cruiser.
Well, he tries.
How is it that he's always riding this car around and he doesn't even have a license?
No, and he's stealing a police car. His dad's police car.
And like,
or his brother's. I don't know which one it is, but
maybe they share. It's a small town.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. We've never seen his dad.
Yeah.
His dad is fucking Dr. Claw from Inspector Gadget. I don't think we're ever going to see him.
Maybe.
If we ever see him, he's just going to have a metal hand and be like, next time, Pacey.
He has set his sights on some girl. I can't remember. Chrissy?
Allie Larder.
Yeah. She's very pretty, but
she is.
Her name is Chrissy in this episode. So he's like about to try to follow her in the cop car, which stupid. Mm-hmm. And he gets hit by some other girl.
Yeah, some other girl. That's right.
She says she has just moved to town, new to Cape Side, and
she's new in town,
right? What was her name? Andy?
I don't know.
I think.
I hope she's not a permanent cast member.
Why?
I think she's going to be around for a while, though.
Why do you not like her?
I don't. That weird fucking girl that was in the last season, the one in the Breakfast Club episode where the
Ally Sheedy.
Yes.
Oh wait, no, she's in the
Ally
actual
Sheedy.
Breakfast Club.
Ally Sheedy from the actual Breakfast Club came in and starred.
What was her name though?
I don't know. She's the weird girl who was like, I fucked the entire football team.
Allie?
I don't know. I liked her.
Her name was I don't know. My brain's all discombobulated.
She was a good change up energy to occasionally mix in with these kids.
Sure.
This girl is more of the same to me, like energy wise. They're all angsty teenagers.
Well, yeah, that's every teenager, right?
And I don't want this to turn into 90210. I don't want the character base to expand so much. It's like, let's talk about this storyline. Let's talk about this storyline. I want this to be more cohesive.
Yeah.
The core group of 4 people, 2 boys, 2 girls, that's fine.
I guess, but right now they've got this girl who hit Pacey's car.
And that's fine if she wants to be a character for like a 4 or 5 episode arc. That's whatever.
We'll see.
Just don't want her to be permanent.
So he pretends to be a police officer.
And she somehow believes that this kid in cargo shorts and a blue polo shirt
with freshly frosted tips
and sunglasses. Well, I guess that's kind of cop-like. Is an actual police officer. Yeah,
he's not wearing a uniform. He doesn't produce a badge. He just gets out of the cop car.
I'd be like, where is the cop that you killed to get that car? That would be my reaction.
She's, she's just freaking out, though, so she's not really paying attention.
I guess.
She's like, I just got my license. Oh, my God.
Mm-hmm. We just moved to Cape Side. Here's my bio for the people watching at home.
Yeah, and apparently she lives in the country club area.
Yeah, she's a country club kid.
So she's rich.
Part of the KKK, country club kids.
Oh, goodness. I didn't realize that Dawson's Creek was big enough to have, like, sections and have, like, a country club area. But I guess that makes sense because they have the rich people coming through during tourist season.
Yeah, and they've got the people on their yachts and shit like that.
I just didn't realize any of them ever, like, stayed there. But
I don't even know. We're not from New England, okay? We're from the Mid-East. Not really.
We're in the Midwest.
Yeah, I mean, I guess technically Michigan's the Midwest, but it's like, it's eastern part of the Midwest.
Yeah, we're the most eastern and most northern part of the Midwest.
But I'll say the upper Midwest, I guess. That's where we're from.
Sure.
We're not from New England, is my point. I don't know how their fucking towns work. Is Dawson's Creek I guess it's not called Dawson's Creek, but is the creek area, is Cape Side, that's what it's called. Is it a fucking island what is it?
Yeah, I don't know. It's like, why do they have to take boats to get to each other?
Yeah, so I don't really know what the fucking setup of this little town in Massachusetts is, but rich people come through there.
So then she hears him bragging to his friends at school about what he did to her, and she's pretty pissed.
Another convenient conversation where he tells the story so that we can hear it, and then he's like, and then the guys say nothing, and then he's like, here, he holds out his hand, and they like slap hands and everything, and then they fuck off without saying a word,
right?
So they don't have to get paid scale.
But she points out that impersonating an officer is a felony.
Which I guess that's true.
But he's like, yeah, but my dad's the sheriff.
Hey, why don't you talk to my dad, fucker?
If it's a felony, then that's not going to help anyway if she actually wanted to press charges.
What's not going to help?
Talking like the sheriff, because it's above his head. Right? Isn't a felony a federal crime?
No.
Oh.
Do you...
Shut up. You're so mean to me.
For a second, I thought... I mean, it's almost as bad. But for a second, I thought that you were like... if like a street cop comes along and a murder's being committed, you'd be like, whoa, can't do anything about that. This is above my head. I'm going to have to look the other way. A lieutenant has to handle a murder. No, felony is not a federal crime. There are misdemeanors and felonies that are capital crimes or state crimes, and there are misdemeanors and felonies that are federal crimes.
Okay. Either way.
Impersonating an officer, if it's a local officer, I would assume maybe it depends on what officer. Impersonating like an FBI agent, I would assume is probably a federal crime. That's a federal officer. Impersonating a local officer, I would assume would be a capital crime.
Okay. So he points out she hit a cop car, and she kind of backs off. Yeah. But somehow he convinces her to help him date this Chrissy girl because she knows Chrissy. She's the new like love interest is what's happening. So she's like, "Oh, let me talk to her," and then she's like, "You're in," and he just goes up to Chrissy in this group of girls and asks her on a date, and she's like, "Yeah, sure, okay." Like, that's it. Yep. Totally uncomplicated. Like, something's got to be fucked up and wrong. I thought so, yes. And you were correct. Because he asked her to go with him to the Rialto for the last showing of a movie because they're going to tear it down. Shut up. Sometimes it's a pleasure just watching you fumble your way through sentences. I could see you grasping. Mean. I could see you grasping for each new word, like someone that's untethered trying to like free climb a mountain. What? Like, just like for the last showing of a film. Oh my god. Anyway, that's like the second half of the episode. Everybody's going to the Rialto because it's closing down. That's going to be my new tagline for our show. Retro late fee. Watch Carol free solo the English language. Shut up. Anyway, go ahead. Okay, Rialto. Yes. So he waits for Chrissy. Well, Dawson and Joey go on their very first date. At the Rialto. Yes. Everyone's going to see the last picture show at this picture show house. Jen, before this even happens, goes to talk to Dawson and is like, "Oh, Graham's going to the thing, but I'm gonna stay home and just hate life and be sad." And right. And he's like talking about him and Joey, and she's like, "What about Jen and Dawson?" Oh yeah. And he's like, they're friends. Right? He does handle it correctly. Yeah. And, he says you shouldn't sit home. That was a mistake. He said you should go out and enjoy life and not hate, life or whatever. Yeah. But in her crazy, twisted brain right now, I think she thought that was an invitation. It's pretty crazy. I don't think you're wrong, but it's a stretch. Yeah. But that's a Reed Richards style stretch. Because she shows up on their date. Mm-hmm. She has an usher with a flashlight help her find them so she can go sit by them. Mm-hmm. And he's like, isn't your grandma here?
She's like, well, I took your advice and to come out and hang out with you guys or whatever. And he's like, what? And he turns to Joey and he's like, I don't know what the fuck she's talking about.
So then Jen gets embarrassed, as she should be, and gets up to leave. And Dawson should have just let her go. Mm-hmm. He does not.
Joey doesn't say, go see if she's okay this time.
No.
He doesn't have that excuse. He's just sitting there and he's like, I'll be right back.
Yep, and he goes trailing after her like a fucking puppy, like he always does.
I will say that earlier she had mentioned razor blades and stuff like that, so
yeah,
maybe he was a little worried about her. I don't know.
I guess. I mean, like, she's just being so fucking annoying and dramatic, and it just makes me mad. But
love me.
They dissect their whole relationship in the lobby of the movie theater while Joey's sitting in there by herself. Like, he's an idiot.
When you were dating me, were you thinking about Joey? was I just a replacement Joey for a little bit?
Right. Yeah, which is ridiculous. I mean, he didn't even realize he liked Joey.
Yeah. But, I mean, she's feeling all down about herself and everything. I get that she's upset about her grandpa. Mm-hmm. It's a weird way to manifest, though. Where she's like, oh, but if I could get laid.
Right. It is. She's just, I think that's just like her coping skill, though. I mean, like, remember, that's why she got sent to...
skill.
That's why she got sent to her grandma.
Right.
So.
She was making herself feel better too much.
Right. But Dawson talks her down. And when he goes back in the theater, Joey is gone, and who can fucking blame her?
And the little flower that he gave her is there.
Yeah. So, like...
Prior to this, by the way, previously on Dawson. You can look at me all annoyed, but I need to tell the people this.
I'm not looking at you annoyed.
Joey has a discussion with her sister.
Yeah.
And she's like, before Dawson comes up like Don Johnson on a fucking speedboat for their date. But she's like, hey, so Dawson and I kissed, but we only, like, we did the first kiss, and, like, we kissed a bunch, like, last night or whatever. But we haven't kissed since, and it was yesterday, and I'm freaking out. It's like, it's ridiculous, but also believable from a teenager's point of view. It's like, but our lips haven't been locked together since, So now I'm nervous. And she's like, so her sister they actually give her sister something to do in this episode. It's only one scene, but it's something.
Yeah.
Where she breaks down that she likes the second kiss better than the first kiss. Because the second kiss is the rational one, the one you think about and everything.
Yeah, it's more of a choice than just the making an impulsive decision to kiss somebody.
What do you think?
I've never thought about it that way.
Me either.
And, I mean, honestly, I'm usually just pretty quickly going back in for more kissing. I mean, like...
But she says that only counts as one.
I guess.
I think it's really only applicable to this specific situation.
Right. Like, I don't think most of the time people are like, oh, this next kiss is going to mean more or whatever.
Right.
Sometimes I think the second kiss is better because you're not used to each other yet, just like sex. Like, takes more than one time to really get it.
Yeah.
And sometimes not, though. It just depends. But I don't know. I never thought the second kiss was anything special. But her sister says it is, so whatever.
But no, I think it is specific to this situation where they have had many years of angst and longing and wanting and stuff like that. So the first kiss was an impulse, kind of like just out of nowhere, let's kiss kind of thing. And now this has implications of a longer relationship. Whereas I think for most people, you go on a date intending to see if you're compatible with somebody, and then that first kiss is, whether it happens the first date or not, is a lot of build up and like, ooh, should I go for it? Kind of like, and to me, that's like when you actually have the successful first kiss, that's like, okay, we're going to try to make this into something.
Yeah.
Like, that's we're both on board. We're going to actually try to form a relationship or whatever, something.
I guess. I mean, jumping from a kiss...
Or at least have sex.
There you go. Because I was going to say, jumping from a first kiss to a relationship, that's a pretty big leap.
But I'm saying, like, if you're looking at a first date, like, you know, when there's no kiss at the end, it's like, that's usually basically like...
Yeah, that's not happening.
Right.
For sure. I had a first date where I got kissed in the car on the way to the place. He was like, let's just get it out of the way now. Yeah.
It's interesting.
I just think that's a different way to go. I don't think most people would do that. But
I don't think most people would do it either. You have a name?
Does it matter?
I don't know, does it?
No.
Somebody I need to kill?
What the fuck? Back down.
All right.
I'm
just saying.
I don't know what you're saying, but okay.
Don't talk to me about those things anymore.
Sorry. Anyway.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know what the fuck we were talking about now.
Second kisses, first kisses.
Yeah, but I mean, like, where did we leave off in, like, you were, like, previously?
Joey stormed out of the Rialto.
Yes, okay. So, Dawson goes and finds her. I don't know where the fuck they are. They're, like...
Where everyone always sits.
On the boardwalk? The beach? I don't know. There was, like...
On the boardwalk.
They're by the water. There's a playground. I don't know. Anyway.
This fucking island's a nightmare.
They talk. She's not mad at him. Like, he's, very concerned that she's mad. And he's like, I'm sorry. I just had to go talk to her.
She's like, that's fine.
Yeah. I thought she'd be mad. I would have been mad. Wouldn't you?
Yeah. She's like, there. He goes, like, I have no feelings for her whatsoever. She's like, I know. Fuck her. I don't give a shit. Like, I know you don't. She's pathetic now.
She really is. Sad.
He's like, so why'd you run away? And she's like, I don't know, Dawson. This is going to be hard.
Yeah. So she's just, scared, I guess?
Yes.
But he comforts her.
She is worried about giving up Paris.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, you don't need Paris. All you need is my penis.
Oh, my God.
I'll show you an Eiffel Tower, he says.
She gets her second kiss, okay?
Yeah. He's talking about all the great Parisian things you can see in Dawson's Creek or wherever in Cape Side. And like French fries, French milkshakes, French ribboning, I don't know, French doilies. What other French things that they say?
Yeah, I don't know. But then she's like, French kiss.
Well, they kiss first.
Yeah.
And then she says French kiss.
So, it was cute. It was corny, but it was cute.
Yep.
So, I mean, I guess they're starting their relationship.
Yeah, that it seems very successfully going on right now.
So, Jen and her grandma have a little moment at the Rialto because Jen stayed.
Well,
like, she ruins their date, but she stays and watches the movie.
So funny.
The fuck, Jen?
But she's been kind of cruel to her grandmother throughout the episode. Their grandmother's like giving away the grandpa's clothes and stuff, and she's like, he's not even fucking in the ground yet.
Yeah.
And she's like, the grandmother basically explains, look, it's been 2 years. I've been taking care of this man dying on a bed, and he's gone now. I prepared for it. I'm okay. Like, I grieved the loss of my husband a long time ago. He hasn't been my husband for 2 years. He's been something I've been taking care of, holding my husband's soul hostage. And, towards the end, I prayed for his release, and now he's with the Almighty. She is at acceptance.
There was a lot of embellishment there that was a little creepy, but yeah, the sentiment's basically the same. Holding my husband's soul hostage.
I'm just saying.
Jesus.
And so when she sees her at the Rialto, Jen's like, oh, we're looking for a guy to fuck?
Yeah, that was awful.
I mean, she didn't say it like that, but she did say, like, shack up with a guy or something.
Looking to score, have a good time or something, yeah.
Yeah, it was fucked up.
And her grandma's like, Jennifer, how could you say such a thing? Right. But they talk about, like, how both of them really only have each other, and that she's really her like best friend, and the reason that Grandma's there is because that was where she had her first date with the grandpa, and she's saying goodbye to him.
She said she came there to be with him.
Yeah.
Which was sweet.
So, there's some healing going on there, but yeah, Jen needs some fucking therapy.
Oh, 100%.
Like, really bad.
Yeah.
And then
she also probably has some male abandonment issues because her dad basically said, "Get the fuck out of my sight."
Well, I mean, something was going on there before, though. I mean, like, otherwise she wouldn't have been sleeping around so much. I mean, there's got to be some issues with her dad.
Yeah, 100%.
And then Dawson's parents have some stuff in this episode.
Right.
Like, his mom wakes the dad up, like, crawling all over him.
Oh, yeah. She's in a little nightgown kind of thing. And
she's like, I've just been waiting. She's like, I've been waiting for you to wake up, and you can protest, but it'll just make the conquest more sweet.
Oh, yeah.
And he still says no. Like, how could anybody say no to this woman? Like, she's a hot lady. Mm-hmm. Like, he really does not want her. Like, there's just nothing affectionate left there.
The thing is any guy could say no. I think. See, you like the way you talk about it, you're like, oh, no guy could say no. I think any guy could say no if they're in that headspace of like, I mean, under normal circumstances, no. Even like if you're like sad about something or like depressed or whatever, no guy's going to say no. But if you, at one point in the episode, he says, I don't know if I can stay married to someone who I love and hate in equal measure.
Yeah.
If he has that much anger and stuff in his heart, yeah, he's probably not turned on in any way. And no amount of what she can do physically is going to change his mind on that.
Right.
Like, that's something he's got to go inside and fix if that's what he wants.
But, I mean, she seems like she is, like, fucking in heat, and this is going to be a problem if he's not sleeping with her. Like, she was cheating on him.
Yeah.
Now she's all horny and he's not sleeping with her. It doesn't seem like the best thing.
Yeah.
But
she's taking the name of the show too seriously. Horny Creek.
Oh. But he lies to her about where he's going.
Yes.
And we find out.
For a second, I thought that he was cheating on her. And I was like, no, TV's The Flash. John Wesley Shipp would not do that. And I said, but he's like, he's going to be fucking with her. And like, this is how it feels or whatever. But it's worse than that.
Yeah. He went to see a divorce attorney.
Yeah, he went to divorce court.
And she finds the guy's business card or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened.
Yeah, like was she
lying around or whatever?
Or was she suspicious and going through his stuff?
Maybe.
I mean, he wasn't being very
well, he was like last second appointment came up, but he was kind of being suspicious,
yeah.
I think.
So, she says like, you need to figure out if you're going to honestly try with me, or if you want to go write this guy a big check and turn our marriage into a statistic, which I don't think is fair because he didn't turn your marriage into a statistic. You did by cheating on him.
Right. And she says, do either of those sound like palatable options or whatever? And he says, yes. I'm just not sure which one.
That's awful.
Oh, it's fucked. I mean, that's your answer right there.
Yeah, for sure. If you don't know, then you know.
Right, exactly. But I feel bad for them. I did say when we were watching the episode, and I stand by it, that if he's not all in for this, if he doesn't want to give it an honest shot, then he needs to just let her go and get divorced. And I said, it's not like that's his fault. That's an honest and normal reaction to your wife cheating on you.
Sure.
But it's not fair to her to be in this limbo.
Yeah.
Like if you're not in, then you need, and I understand maybe he needs a little time to figure it out that he's not in, but if you're not in, you need to just release her.
I mean, unless he is getting some satisfaction out of torturing her, but it doesn't really seem like he is either.
But that's not, and if that's the case, that would be unfair. Even though what she did was awful, that's still not cool to do.
Yeah, I mean, you can't spend the rest of your life torturing somebody.
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're not sure what's going to happen with them, but it could be divorce.
Yeah. Oh,
Pacey.
wait. Pacey, yeah. So Pacey is waiting to meet Chrissy.
And she's not. He thinks she's sleeping or whatever.
Sleeping?
Yeah, like 'cause she overslept. He's like, Chrissy, wake up.
What?
Get over here.
What the fuck is happening?
I don't.
Have you lost your goddamn mind? I don't understand what is happening.
I'm just saying he thinks maybe she overslept for her dates.
Does he say that
That's
at
why
some
she's
point?
not there. He says, Chrissy, wake up. No, he doesn't.
What is happening right now?
At one point he is waiting there, though, and he's like, I don't like this.
Okay. He gets stood up by her at first, but she shows up eventually.
Eventually, with her boyfriend.
Yeah. And we come to find out that the reason she said yes to begin with is because that blonde girl from the beginning who...
Andy or whatever her name is.
Yeah, who said that she would introduce them, told her that he has a heart stripe.
A heart stripe?
Like, what the fuck is that? Is that even a thing?
No, of course it's not a thing. A heart stripe. She describes it as a stripe around his heart that could burst one day, or squeeze his heart till it bursts or something. And like he's living with the cloud of death, and she's like, I think you're so brave and everything. But she has a boyfriend.
Who's waiting in the car?
So
Who
why
drove
did
her
she
there?
even say yes? She should have said, oh, listen, I think you're great, but I have a boyfriend.
She thought she'd make his heart explode.
Maybe she did. Yeah, that's possible. It reminds me of, I don't know, if you've probably never seen it, but a movie called Joe versus the Volcano with Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan, where he's diagnosed with a brain cloud.
Oh my god. Wow. That's a weird thing.
It's a great movie. It's a great movie.
And I have never seen it, so. So Pacey gives up on his frosted tips.
He is going there to buy hair dye.
Yeah, he goes to the store to get something to undo it.
Yeah, a time machine.
Right. And runs into Andy, who helps him pick it out, the stuff
He's
for
like,
his
oh,
hair.
don't scare me. You might burst my heart stripe.
Right. So, I don't know. Do you think that there's any kind of flirtations there?
Yes. I do.
You sound so irritated.
I am irritated by it, yes.
Why?
I don't love it. I don't like have him go after Jen. Like, I mean, like that look on your face.
I do not want
you look
anybody.
so disgusted.
I don't want anybody with Jen right now. She pissed me off.
They can both be single for a while, but eventually get those two together. Like, we don't need another character.
Stop whining. Pacey needs somebody who's not crazy.
I was going to go to Tossie's station and get power converters. It's a line from Star Wars.
What the fuck?
What? It's whining. It was a line from Star Wars.
Okay, so that was the episode, I believe.
Yeah, it was.
So you can write us at latefee1994@AOL.com.
Do that.
Check out our website at www.retrolatefee.com. And share the tapes with your friends.
All right, we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.